Hello, hello, hello. There we go. A little bit of a hiccup before going live. Is it showing part 1 or part 2 in the thumbnail? I'm thinking my cache is all screwy. Is it showing part 1 or part 2? Let me see here. Part 2. Am I on mute? I'm not on mute. You can hear me. How's everyone doing today? Bit of a mess. Bit of a mess. So, if you're wondering how the Death Racer's doing, I ripped its brains out. Get in the box. Get in. There we go. There we go. And then back into the oven. Needs more time to cook. You can go down there. Okay, what are we doing today? SK Cube. SK Cube. Boom. SK Cube. Part 2, part 2. Okay, so it's just my cache is all screwed up with Google, which happens. How's everyone doing today? It's a nice Tuesday. We got a printer to build. It's filament to give away later. Good times, good times, good times. Okay, that's all that. I can't see anything. I don't know what it is with Spotify on my desktop here, but it likes to occasionally, and let me turn it on so you get some background music. I don't know what it is. It'll just be like, it's in offline mode. Turn off offline mode. And I can't find the button to turn off offline mode. So it like won't play any music. It's like, oh, I'm in offline mode. I can't do anything. So I have to like literally restart my computer quickly. And then it works. I don't know what's up with it. Poor Death Racer. Yeah, it's... If you followed, if you know what happened to it, it got kind of, I broke it on purpose. Because, you know, what's the point of building a 3D printed combat robot and then bringing it to an event if you don't kill it? Like, it's 3D printed. You're supposed to put work into it. You're supposed to, you know, rough it up and then see what breaks and then you improve on it. So. Okay, so let's see here. Where is the manual? So, where we left off. So last time we left off, we got the frame assembled. This was before Earth, so this was a while ago. So this is unfortunately, I wanted to start it originally after Earth. So this would actually be part 1, but I hate stuff waiting for so long. So we started the build early, and now we're here. So, I've gone ahead, I've printed the parts that I needed to print according to the email from the guy. There's a bunch of optional parts I didn't print. I'll print them if I need to. I only printed the parts that I was told I had to print according to self-print list, this. So I printed these. Hopefully that's everything. If not, we'll figure it out later. And I printed everything in Polymaker Army Green ABS. Originally I wanted to print everything in glass filled nylon, but unfortunately I couldn't get it dried. There we go. It just wouldn't dry with my dehydrator, which I don't think gets hot enough. So I ended up grabbing the top spool of filament out of my pile of Polymaker ABS and ASA they sent me, which happened to be green, which apparently is the exact same color Modbot used. That wasn't on purpose because I actually haven't been watching his build series at all because I'm doing a build series and I don't want to, you know, cross-contaminate the ideas. So yeah, so this is Polymaker Army Green ABS, Polylite ABS. And this was printed on that guy. And speaking of Polymaker, I don't know about you, but I like winning filament. Now, you can win filament too, because every stream we give away some filament from Polymaker. So link in the description, enter for your chance to win. We'll give away some more Polymaker. Crossing the streams. Yeah, I try to avoid watching other people's videos on things that I'm covering as much as I can. Just because I don't like cross-contaminating ideas and whatnot. So every printer should come. Well, this isn't the tank. If this was the SK tank, it would make some more sense to go green. But I figured, you know, it's a steel frame printer, a more muted color palette would suit it better. I was gonna do black, but then I realized I'm running really low on black ABS. So I figure, you know what? Let's do green. It's only like 100 grams of filament anyways. There's not a lot of parts. Don't pin a post to chat. Okay. Okay, so one thing I'm finding with this manual, I'm assuming you're supposed to do this in order. Something to know, tools, self-printed parts, component list, pulley sets. So we kind of jumped ahead and we did the frame. So I guess we got to go back to do the pulley sets. Because I guess we're building these like this and then we put them in. So yeah, I will say I'm used to like the Voron method of instruction, so it's a little bit different. I'll get used to it. Dog here. So let's put these printed parts in a box so I don't lose them. And then you can go over here on the magical desk that's out of frame. I have some serious what am I doing moments with this build. After a long email with recommendations, he has updated both the way the bolts are depicted and he updated the belt tension. Okay, so thanks Modbot. I seen some tweets from, or I can't remember if it was tweets or we talked or what, where you mentioned the instructions being a little I guess vague. So we'll hop on the struggle bus and we'll get through this. I got all these little blue magnets from the protective is everywhere. If you check the first or second page of the manual. So is there an actual downloadable manual? Oh. Okay, so I got this. Is there like an actual like, okay, there were some updates of dust Z belt tension. So this is the updated. So I guess we build the pulley sets. Okay, so let's get the pulleys out. Also, I kind of goofed and all the M3 10 mils and nuts were in a nice little box that I accidentally spilt. So now I have literally like M3 nuts and screws absolutely everywhere. And washers, and it's a complete mess. So yeah, that was not fun when I grabbed the bin of parts today to be like, hey, let's continue the build. Why do I have screws and nuts everywhere? Oh, that's why I have screws and nuts everywhere. I dropped a box. Because everything came in like non-self-sealing little things. So now I've got this to work with for the M3's hardware. So that's fun. Okay, so I need the pulleys. Okay, let's put the bed on the controller board. I am really running out of room. You think I would have more room in the room, but I do not. You can go here. One of these days I'll get more room, but not this day. Okay. So F604ZZ, 16 of them. These are drive gears. XY belt tensioner. Okay, so I'm assuming this picture is outdated because I only have these three, and then I'm assuming these are now a bearing stack. That's what I'm thinking, because I have so many of these. Parts everywhere. Yeah. Okay, rear actions. Okay, rear pulley sets for 1 secondary belt tensioner. Optional. So should I do the optional stuff or should I not do the optional stuff? Because I printed the pulley tensioners. Got 2 of these, so I might as well do them. I printed them. Secondary tensioner, HK4. Oh, those are bearings. Okay, and an M425. Okay. Belt tensioners are meh. I did them, but not convinced they do a ton. You know what? We will put them aside for now. Because I see what you... I kind of get what this is doing, and I don't really think it's doing much. It's optional. I could put it in later, I think. So I'm not too concerned. Okay. Okay, rear pulley housing 1. What is rear pulley housing? Oh my god. I should probably have the CAD for this open. This is, where's the CAD at? Is there a CAD for this? There better be a CAD for this. Step files. Reference. There's no CAD for the whole thing. There is none. Okay. Because I have discs. I have these. None of them are labeled. Does that go together? I don't know. I've got this. Those look like things. Are these the things I need? The cat is lost in water. I think they need a Dunar. I won't disagree with that. Okay, so this looks like kind of the thing that I'm looking at. Okay, so. Okay, so this, we're skipping this. We're going right to this. Okay, so these go. Okay, I've only got 2. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. This picture. What do you mean? Ah, shoot. That wasn't on purpose. I'm back! He's back! Yeah, it'd be nice if these were resealable baggies, so that, you know... Yeah, sharpen that. Okay, so, I don't see any washers. Oh, there is a washer. So we got that bearing F604, 604, F604. Wow, those belts are thick. Okay. Oh, these, okay, these unscrew. Okay, so 2 of those. Are these all? Oh, no, here we go. Love to get a rail core. Watch my video from Earth with, I think his name's Chase. I'm horrible with names, by the way. His complete blinged out rail core that they had there. That thing was an absolute beast. Okay. Now I need M4 washers. M4 washers. No, those are M5 washers. Come on, M4 washers. There we go. That's supposed to be this? I don't know. We'll find out. Like, it's a steel frame. Like, the frame itself, I could probably, you know, it probably could cause some damage. Okay, so this goes into here like that. Okay, so we've got a nut on the bottom. Really shiny polished one. It is, and I had to, you have no idea how annoying it was to edit that video, because I had to like fiddle with the, was it the exposure setting or something, because it was so shiny it like blew out the ISO in some scenes or whatever it is. As you can tell, I'm not great with video editing terms. Okay, you go there. You come all the way up. Oh. Gary gifted 1 community membership. Cheers, Gary. Thank you. This one might be big enough. It is. Okay. It's the right size Allen key. Or, wrench. Nope, but it's good enough. Okay. So there's that. What are we doing for music today? Not liking this music. It's not vibing with me. Let's do synthwave. We haven't done synthwave in a while. Okay, and so we got that, and now we do the exact same thing, but the other way. So, 2 of these. One of these. A washer. Does this printer run? So here's the thing. What is Voronish? Like, it's a CoreXY machine. 3D printers are pretty much Lego nowadays. So this runs a Manta, I believe, or is it a Manta? Or what is controller board on this? It's an Octopus, I believe. So it's an Octopus board. It's CoreXY. It's NEMA 17s and, well, not GT2 belt, but normally it's, you know, it's a belt of some sort like every other 3D printer. How does this compare to a Voron? I don't know. I haven't built it yet. But it does seem a little bit more tanky because it's, you know, it's a steel frame, but that comes at the expense of custom components. This is a custom machined frame, not, you know, aluminum extrusions that anyone could just go down to the local Masumi and buy. So That's one of them. I could have sworn I had the right size one a minute ago. Oh no, that was for these ones. Yeah, see, that's the right size for those ones. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I doing this like a Neanderthal with the wrong size wrench? I brought my wrenches in. I have right size wrenches now. I could do this properly. I cannot. I do not have the right size wrench. I guess that is a 7. Okay. Okay, so there's one bearing stack thingy, I guess. So I've built that one. Are they the same? They're the same. So I got to build 2 of these, and they look exactly the same. Okay. Okay. So build a second one. Local Misumi. Yeah, you don't have a local Misumi. How thick is this frame? I think I mic'd it. It's like 3mm steel or spring. It's stainless because it's not magnetic, and it ain't aluminium. That's for sure. We're official Voron tool changer. Whenever somebody figures out a way to do it that doesn't involve custom machine components and actually wants to do it, because nobody on the team really wants to do it. Go buy a Prusa XL. Also, guess who forgot to eat lunch today before going live? And is going to be starving for the entire stream. Make sure one isn't mirrored. They don't look mirrored to me. Those look pretty much the same. Remember, CoreXY, the belt pathing for CoreXY actually does have several different variations to it. Like, you don't have to do it the same like a Voron, or there's a lot of different ways to do a CoreXY belt path. The only thing you really got to make sure is you need to make sure your belts move in perfectly straight lines, parallel to each other, and at 90 degrees only. So if you have like your belts coming down like, you know, one of the sides, and the belts come together as they get to a back corner, that's bad. You don't want that. You want your belts always being parallel to each other and 90-degree turns only. If you don't follow that rule, that's where you get into the Pythagorean theorem. I don't know. Basically, that's where you end up, where one step isn't, you know, the math for steps. You actually have to calibrate your steps, because you're moving along an axis in a straight line, but your motion is on an angle because the belts are pulling it in an angle. So if you build it right, you shouldn't have to worry about it. But if your belts are wonky, then you got to worry about it. But like something like this, like, so if you look at the belting here, so it's a stack belt. Okay, so sometimes on CoreXY, the belts cross. Okay, on like by the papers, CoreXY, the belts cross. Railcore does that. Okay, that's fine. That's a fine way to do CoreXY. That's like the actual, I think the original way to do CoreXY. Because the problem you run into here when you stack the belts is that when you move your tool head around, you're not pulling from the same center of gravity. So because the belts are stacked, you actually kind of tilt your tool head as you move it in different directions, because the belts they're not equal, right? They're not coming in at the same, they're coming in stacked. But it's easier to run, you don't cross the belts. There's all kinds of funkiness to it. But it all comes down to acceptable deviation, because it's a 3D printer and it's a glorified hot glue gun machine spewing out molten plastic. Forgot to eat lunch. I forgot to eat lunch. Normally I have a little snack before I go live, and I forgot to today, so I'm gonna be hungry. I'm doing that fasting diet where I don't eat all morning. So I had breakfast. So I get up at like 6:37 usually, and then I'll eat breakfast at like 11, and then I don't eat anything until, you know, dinner. But when I'm streaming, I'm working, so I get a little hungry. So I usually have a snack before I go live, but I didn't today, so I was tearing apart a Death Racer. Compensate for turkey. So I will say, Earth kind of put a number. Oh, I forgot the washer. Earth did a number on the diet. We lost some progress at Earth, and then I came back and cooked a turkey last week, which didn't help. But there we go. Got the washer. Can't forget the washer. Oh, there's still plenty of turkey left over, but I've had turkey 4 days in a row, or 3 days in a row. I made it Saturday, so I had turkey Saturday, turkey Sunday, and I had turkey yesterday. So I need a little bit of a turkey break. Might do chicken parm and rice tonight. We'll see. We shall see. Breakfast at 11, that's brunch. Good, fine enough for me. It's food. There we go. Okay. So I've got 2 of these doodads made. Okay. And okay. Do I just mount them? Well, how do I mount them? Where is the mounting? Okay, where as shown, pictures were stacked for flange. Or are we just putting them together for now? I think we're just putting them together for now. Okay, so now the belted Z pulleys go like that. Well, it can't be. Breakfast at 11 is second breakfast. Well, it can't be second breakfast if I never had first breakfast. So, yeah. Will this be enclosed? I do have the enclosure kit for it. So yes, this will be enclosed. Yeah, this will be enclosed. So this goes in, no nut. Pulley free floats, and then nut. Okay. So I've got 3 of these. These all look the same. You and Hector Bad Influences just ordered a salad fork 160 millimeter kit. I apologize for influence you to spend your money. If it makes you feel any better, I'm diving into RC stuff now. So I'm going to be spending money on that, which means you're going to be spending money on that. So. Speaking of, tomorrow is the member stream. So if you are a member of, M540, I'm using the wrong size nuts. Every month we do a members, YouTube members and Patreon supporters only live stream. And this month it is tomorrow. I was going to do it Thursday, but the thing I want to do is I don't want to wait. So I'm doing it tomorrow. And, the plan is, if I can find them, 540. We are going to be getting this guy. Where are you? Get out of there. Getting this guy set up. Because this guy's been collecting dust for 4 years in this closet, and we're finally gonna, actually see if I can get it set up. So I've been playing around in liftoff for a couple hours yesterday. We are going to crash and burn horribly. It'll make good content. But we're going to try and faff about. Now, obviously, we're not going to be flying in this room because this room is, there's the ceiling. But we're going to actually see if I can get it set up. I got to put the transmitter on it and all that jazz. So that will be tomorrow's live stream for the member stream. That's what we're going to be doing. When will a bamboo repair stream happen? Whenever I get around to it. Probably Friday. Oh, wait, these aren't M5s. I mean, M5 nuts. Okay. So go there. Yeah, Friday, the print and chill will probably do it. I'm working on cleaning getting some space in this room. M5. Okay, M5 washers. Do I need M5 washers? I do not. Just need M5 nuts. There we go, M5 nuts. What time? Tomorrow is 1 year stream. Oh shoot, it's a one. Okay, well, I'm thinking noon EST. What's wrong with the bamboo? It's got a filament jam and the little cutter arm is jamming up, is sticking. Yeah, what time is your stream tomorrow, Modbot? I will work around you. Because that stream's a little bit more pertinent than me just faffing about with a quad with a bunch of YouTube members. Why does this seem so long? Why does that seem so long? Okay, noon PST. Oh yeah, we should be fine. This seems really long. So, M540. M540. And then not okay, I guess it's that long. It do be what it is though. Oh yes. Oh shoot, Steve is streaming tomorrow too. Okay. Well, I might move the stream till Thursday. We might be doing it Thursday then. I really don't want to. Oh wait, no, Steve streams later in the day, I think. Shoot, Steve, what time are you streaming at? Steve builds. He is 8 p.m. Oh, 8 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, he's 8 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, he's 8 p.m. tomorrow. So 29 hours. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I'm good. Yep. So tomorrow at noon, we're good. Easebox, thank you for becoming a member. Cheers. Okay, I don't think I have one big enough for this. Yeah, 8 p.m. my time. No, 8 p.m. my time. Yeah, see? Look how much extra I have on this versus the picture. It's M540 into that. It is what it is. I'm just like, this looks a little weird. Need a podcast with Nero, Modbot, Steve, and Joel. Joel has an open invite to come on this stream at any point. He's just busy. Like right now he's in Malta. Like, dude is busy. 276 watching, under 90 likes. What's going on? The button's broken. That's why. So if somebody could just double check on the like the smash button, just make sure it's good, it's working. Just because I never know. Sometimes it breaks. But also, I'm not saying liking it will help your odds with winning the filament, but I'm not saying it won't.
Hello, Dada.
Hi, Calvin. Did you have a good day at school?
Yes.
What did you learn?
Mama over there.
Yeah, Mama's over there. What did you learn at school today? Calvin's a silly goose.
Mama O.M.
Yeah, Mama's over there.
Here.
Yeah. There's Mama. There, you happy? Are you looking at yourself? Look at the sweater. Look
Mama O.M. Mama O.M.
Oh, I'm trying to work, Calvin.
Interact with Dada.
I'm trying to work.
You wanted to see Dada. You gotta say hi to Dada.
Hi, Dada.
Can you say I'm being a distraction?
Hi, Dada.
Hi, Calvin. Can you say I'm being a distraction? You're being Okay, wait, bye.
Bye.
Okay, Daddy's got to get back to work. There you go. Don't touch the printers. Okay, bye-bye. You just can't work in these conditions. Like, trying to work here. You got little kids coming in being cute. I swear. There we go. Working from home sounds awful. Oh, it's horrendous. Okay, so one of these, it looks like I have to do, okay, left and rear are like that, and then this one I have to do the opposite way because it's the, yeah, this is the other side. So this one I got to do the opposite way. And this is a little, looking a little crooked. Oh, I am not bending that straight. I am not bending that straight. 1 second here. I don't have anything big that can grab that down here. I've got a vise outside. Yeah, see, that's the problem. It's too small though. Commute is cheap. Well, actually, it's not just down the hallway. I got to go into the basement too. That's okay. Yep, we're good. So there is 2 holes in the back for mounting are slotted, so you can adjust the angle. So even if the bolt doesn't go through perfectly straight, because this is just a laser cut and then stamped part, right? So dimensional accuracy may drift a bit, but you got adjustment there. So that's good. That's good. Okay, so this one goes the other way. Something bent during shipping. Could just be manufacturing. Like, it's stamped sheet metal, right? So it's Like they are stamped in a die, but who knows? It might have been at the bottom of the pile. It might have been the first one to fall in the bin on the machine line, and it just fell far and hit the bottom of the bin. Who knows? Because of the method of manufacturing, I'm not going to really critique it, because it's, you know, it's like you buy a whole Voron's worth of printed parts and you get like one part that's slightly warped, and it's functional, it's just slightly warped. It's that kind of thing, in my opinion. So I'm not going to freak out about it. Bench vices is so Mitch, I used to have a bench vise in here. When I was in the other room, I had a bench vise, but because of the way I have everything set up in this room right now, I don't have room for one on the bench. I have one in my garage. Like I have one in my garage mounted to my bench in the garage, but just in here, because I have, you know, zoom out, I've got workspace and then computer stuff and then pile of stuff that I accumulates until I get, you know, annoyed and throw it in a bin somewhere. I just don't have room. I actually have the vise. It's sitting on the floor over there. It's just not set up because permanently having it mounted isn't really, it doesn't work. There we go. Okay, so we got those. Think the SK cube will be heavier than Calvin? I cut the part off the box that had the weight, but I believe it already is. Like the box was heavier than him. Okay, so we have that, we have that. Okay, so there's some exams. Okay, so now we got to build that. So these are the XY joints. These are the XY joints, it looks like. You got a new bench? No, I put a new top on this bench. So this is the old bench that had the plywood top with 24-inch linoleum tiles stuck to it. That was like this because it was completely uneven. This is still not flat because this is just the cheap laminate countertop that you buy for like a house or whatever. I was gonna get bamboo, but this was like 50 bucks. It was on clearance. The bamboo ones are like 200 and something. So I was like, yeah, this is good enough. And I still have the granite slab if I'm building a printer. So this is just screwed up from underneath to the bench, the old bench. But it's actually, you know, it looks nicer. It's got a nice beveled edge versus, you know, the old edge that was sharp that was actually cutting it. Like, if you look at my apron, see how much it's worn here? I lean against stuff. So this is why I wear the apron. You can see how worn it is. So imagine all this on a heavy canvas apron on like just shitty t-shirts. So see, it does make sense to wear an apron sometimes. Okay, so we got M545, F604. Wait, are those M5s? No, that can't be right. No, that can't be right. Those can't be M545s. Because these bearings are 604. So this gotta be an M4. M445. Yeah, they can't be M5s. M5s won't fit. That goes there. Washers. Okay. Finally another reason. I know, and the funny thing is, because I stream like a crazy amount of hours, I have receipts for everything. So if you go and watch my stream where I first wore it in 2020, I believe, I explained explicitly why I'm wearing it. It boggles the mind. But anyways, let's not, you know, waste time on, you know, dead-end conversations about nothing. don't need to give them more content. This is a 3D printing channel and tech channel. We do that kind of stuff. Okay, so we got what we got. So these are the same stacks as before, it looks like. There's a printed part in there. What is that printed part? What is that printed part? Is that an end stop? Okay, I don't see. XY joiner. Okay, XY joiner. Okay, so place a washer as a spacer. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What is this? What is this printed part? What is that? Also, so I'm looking at these. Let's see here. So, okay, so that goes like that. There's two holes in, oop, wrong camera, sorry. There's two holes in the front here that I do not see in the picture. So I'm assuming they're depreciated. I'm assuming they're depreciated. And they got a plastic part here that I don't know. So I'm assuming it's depreciated part. Merch needs an apron. I've been trying to find somewhere that actually does aprons on demand, but it's I haven't really found much, because the problem is I don't want to buy a bunch and then store them here and then sell them out of my house. That's the problem. Like my current store, the the only Benchy store, link in the description by the way, or exclamation mark merch in chat. That is a it's a store through Stream Elements. So it's like an on-demand store. So I don't actually have any product on demand. What is that printed part? I have no idea what this printed part is. Why do I have a printed part there? And is the bearing stack different on each side? Prepare two identical but not mirrored. Okay, so they're identical. Okay. Shock 2, Jonathan Cat Moses. So funny fact, this apron that I'm wearing now is the apron he wore before he built his own apron, right? Because if you watch Tested, he does like a video where he talks about aprons and he shows off his apron, and it's literally this apron. And then he talks about the things he doesn't like with it, and then he goes on to make his own apron. So I went on Amazon and I bought the apron that he didn't like well, the apron that had issues, and then I just fixed those issues by using a buckle. It's not there anymore. Someone told me, okay. So that's the problem. Like I'm following the manual. I try to follow the manuals for these builds because I try to come at this like anyone would. So, hey, I've never built a printer before. I bought this kit, let's build it. And then I see a plastic part and holes that I don't know what that plastic part is. It's not called out. And I see holes that aren't in my part. And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right here. But it turns out it's fine. It's just, you know, old revisions and whatever. But you gotta update the docs. Saying I should do my next backpack printer as a 3D printer apron. No, that's what I'm doing with this. This is gonna be a 3D apron. 3D printer apron. Because you already got the backpack. So I can't turn that into a backpack. Although people want me to turn that into a 3D printer top hat, and I like my spine. Like my spine's already kind of screwed up, right? If you decide to play army for a couple of years, don't go infantry. All you end up with is a broken back and no actual trade skills. But that would be a pretty fun top hat printer. It would just, you know, not be fun. RC printer. Oh, I'll hang around my neck. Yeah, I'll be like 2 Chainz. Who was the guy? Flava Flav? Was it Flava Flav? No, not Flava Flav. No. Who was the guy who had the giant clock? I'll just do that. I'll just do that. Who was the apron guy? or the clock guy. David Ron, $2. 3D printer Babyborn. What's Babyborn? Flava Flav. Okay, it is Flava Flav. Uh-oh. I accidentally flicked a bearing and I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. I don't know if this kit has extra parts. Okay. So yeah, so we got to figure out how to make this battery powered, mobile, and then I'll hang it around my neck with a chain. And then we'll be Flava Flav. For some reason I said Flavor Flav and I thought Guy Fieri. And as for, I know somebody said it, RC drone, like RC printing drone. A 3D printing drone is, no offense, like the dumbest thing ever. Because you can't carry any sort of sizable payload to 3D print anything. The motion, you're going to be wibble wobbling, so you're not getting anything accurate. And if you want to, you know, oh, we'll just, you know, use a tether and we'll have like, it'll carry like, you know, a hose to it. Well, then just use a boom arm at that point. If you're going to be tethered to something, just use a boom arm. Like, it's cool to see, don't get me wrong, but it's not practical in any sense of the word at all. You got a Burger King commercial? Nice. I made 3 cents today. Getting that Google money. Union area participating in Movember. I'm participating in. I'm just gonna leave this as is. I am not cutting off the beard because I started the beard when I went full-time YouTube. Well, technically the beginning of the year, but like I would occasionally go for like a month without shaving before. So since I kind of went full-time YouTube, I took the month off in September to see if it was practical, and then I quit my job in March. The goal is to at least go a year. And also, every now and then I go back to watch like an old video on my channel or a stream from pre-beard. And it's like going back and watching an LTT video when Linus didn't have the beard. It's, you know, Commander Riker's growing the beard kind of thing, I think. So, did I do these right? Okay, I got one done. Okay. So, prepare 2 identical but not mirrored XY joiners. So, okay, I'm putting 2 of these together exactly the same. Okay. Attach a handle to the side, launch ammo toolbox. Well, it already has a handle on the top. So the plan is get myself like a one of the small rep wrap boards. I think we talked about this on the post Earth stream. Get myself one of the small rep wrap boards because if I'm going to be fiddling with something, I don't want to be recompiling Marlin a million times. So I'd rather just, you know, rep wrap, web interface all in one board. Not using Clipper, because simplicity's sake, it's a single board solution. And then 12 volt, because 1, it's already 12 volt, so I don't have to mess with anything. And 2, or actually no, would it be better? No, yeah, because I don't want to run a 6S LiPo to get it up to 24 volt. So a 4S LiPo is 14.4 volts. Put a regulator or whatever to step it down to 12 volt. And then figure out how to solar charge it. Duet 3 Mini. Yeah, it's basically I want to make it into like a portable outdoorsy printer. I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know. I really don't have any plans. Like, I'm just spitballing ideas with it right now. Because it was like, do you want an old Delta that's missing half the parts? I mean, I'm not going to say no. 4S is the way to go. My backpack printer actually runs on 16 on Duet with 12 volt without issue. Yeah, you're basically just overclocking the heater a little bit overclocked. and the fans, which most fans you can give them a little bit extra juice, and you're not really going to damage anything. Let's be honest. $12 volt will take 14, no issue. Okay. Like, I have some 4S lipos already, but they're 850 milliamp, which is like nothing for a 3D printer. You're gonna get a voltage drop as the battery's used up. Yeah, that's true. That's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know if like, here's the thing. I'm not big in, like, I'm not hugely knowledgeable about electronic stuff. So I don't know if it'd be better to get, like, if there's like a type of thing that basically regulates it to ensure that you're always getting a 12 volt out of it. Like a regulator or something. So that way when it drops, or when you're above 12 volts, it drops it down. And when you're below 12 volts, it boosts it. If that's a thing. But bird air, yeah. Like this, the monoprice, because it's got the monoprice setup, it's got a single fan for part cooling and heatsink cooling, which isn't that great. But I started on a monoprice like mini, so. See you, Ben. Buck boost converter. There you go. Use paint. Oh yeah, it would be no heated bed at all. No heated bed. Because one, that uses up power. Okay. And two, it ain't got no bed. It also is missing a bracket. I'm thinking just get a piece of polycarbonate and just cut it to size and jam it in there, and then okay, that's the bed. And put some painter's tape on it. Okay. We got two of these. Got all these things. I don't know what these are. Okay. This is actually one of the best things that I like about putting this new countertop on. I can actually sweep stuff off into my hand, because before there was no overhang. Or there was no lip on the table. Okay, so those are done, those are done. This is garbage, that's garbage, this is garbage. Garbage is currently holding up the box of parts for the printer. See, normally I would put it on my other shelf, because I have another bench in here. But the problem is, the other bench has a, if I can hit the right button, there we go, has a printer on it, along with a bunch of other stuff, because I've got like 3 projects on the go right now. How many parts are there? Many. How many exactly? I don't know. Okay, so we have that, and that's that. Okay, so frame, we've already done the frame. So let's just go through the frame, make sure it's all good. So we've already built the frame. Oh, I didn't do this. Carbon fiber parts. I didn't super glue them. I don't have super glue. We've got nail polish. I'll put nail polish on them. That'll work. Z-axis. Okay. So let's get those carbon fiber parts then, I guess. And treat them if I'm supposed to. So that they can dry. Why nail polish? Because I don't have super glue. And I can just brush it on. Easy peasy. So we'll do this and then we'll let it dry. You're basically, okay, so for those that don't know, carbon fiber, It's carbon with fibers in it, and it's epoxy. And when you cut it, it's no longer sealed. That edge is no longer sealed, so you can fray. You can you want to seal that edge. So I'm just going to use nail polish and just kind of just brush it on the edges. Simple as that. Do I have gloves? I should have gloves. I don't have gloves. I'm out of gloves. Where are my gloves? Ooh, a Raspberry Pi. Oh, it's a Pi 01. Dang it. I was all excited for a moment there. Oh, here are my gloves. Here's some gloves. What color are my nails? I just go with clear. I prefer natural skin tones. This is also my Loctite for set screws. Those fibers are itchy. Oh, I know. When I worked at the tool shop, when we built molds, some of them you would have to insulate. The molds would run so much hotter than the plenum of the press should get, because, you know, molds expand. You know, you heat up a mold, it gets hot, and then you have it in a press that's also hot. So what they would do is sometimes some molds would be insulated. You have fiberboard on each side, which is compressed fiberglass insulation. It's like 1/4 inch thick on each side of the mold that touches the plenum of the press. And you would have to, basically they would give you a sheet of fiberboard, and they would give you a hole saw and a jigsaw, and they'd go, okay, make it fit. And you hated those days, because you'd be out in the trucking bay wearing a mask, you know, just hating life. Okay, I'm just gonna dab it and then just use my finger to smooth it out. Oh yeah, that works. Okay. Joys of skill trade. Being the bottom guy or low guy at a skill trade shop. So if you wonder why I'm not too concerned about ABS fumes, it's because I've been exposed to all that stuff over the years. Oh man, I could feel the fibers through the glove. I'm like, yeah, this is a good idea to do. I can feel it. It's itchy. With the brush seems much easier than using super glue. I'm gonna give that a try. Yeah, hopefully this works. Like, here's the thing, I have no idea if this will work. This is just, you know, I don't have super glue. This looks like it might work. So it's just clear nail polish. Buy it at the dollar store, buy the cheapest one you can get, and this is what I use for Loctite, for like set screws and whatnot. Instead of using like a Loctite or whatever, nail polish, clear nail polish works good enough. Like, I'm sure if you really want to get fancy, you can use like red or blue. If you want to get all fancy, but just clear nail polish. Is that fiberglass? It's carbon fiber. So we're resealing the edges, which I probably should have did last week, but because what happened was we finished the stream, and at the end it's like, oh, seal it with super glue, and I'm like, cool, I'll get some super glue for the next stream, and then I didn't. So here we are doing using nail polish. And it seems to be working. You're basically just keeping it from fraying because the epoxy's not there. It'll work. Okay, there you go. Like, I do have epoxy. I could have done epoxy and just brushed it on, but I don't need this room stinking like 2-part epoxy. Just take whatever color your wife doesn't like. There you go. Problem is, I gotta buy some more nail polish. I've used up a good chunk of this nail polish over the years. Also, I think I've spilt it a bunch. There we go. And I don't think I have any paper towels in here. I think I'm all out of paper towels. I think I am. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Okay, let that dry. You can dry underneath here. Hopefully I don't drop these parts onto the ground. Okay. Rainbow nail polish, all the colors. I mean, if you want accents, go for it. I used to laminate fiberglass with epoxy for small airplanes barehanded. The itchiness did not go away for days. Yeah, because it's embedded in your skin. It's itchy because you have fiber in your skin. That's no bueno. Okay, so Z-top pulleys and rails. Action, refer to hardware for the fonts for meanings of the tables. Okay, cool. So MGN 12C. Hey, guess who forgot to clean these too? Clean as we go, I guess. So MGN 12C. So these are, I'm assuming the 9s are for the X. And this is for the Y. So these are the Zs. The Zs, the Zs, the Zoos. Okay, put the stoppers in before these go flying. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. Okay, so these actually feel pretty clean. I don't know what brand rails these are. There's no markings. They look like your generic AliExpress rails, CNA brand or Robo Dig or Robot Dig or what. They're generic CNA rails. Rails have gotten pretty dang good over the years from Asia market, I will say. I don't feel any wobble to these. There's no brand marking on them. You really don't want to take the carriages off unless you absolutely have to, because a lot of the time, one of the big differences with cheaper rails, what they'll do is they'll make all the rails, they'll make all the carriages, and then they may have to match rails to carriages for how sloppy they are. So they'll use different size ball bearings. So what can happen is if you take a bunch of rails and you take the carriages off and you go to put them back and you don't put them back exactly on the same rail, it won't be as good as it was before. So yeah, these feel fine. So I'm just going to grease them up and off we go. So for greasing these lately, I've been using, man, I really wish I had paper towels in here right now. Wifey, if you happen to be watching, can you bring down some paper towels? Thank you. I forgot I brought a roll in earlier today. Okay. It's not the first time she's actually been randomly watching. Put the gloves back on. Dongguan generic rail company. Hey, If it's good, it's good. Let's be honest, it's a 3D printer. If you're blowing the money for high winds on a 3D printer, you're wasting your money, because I guarantee you, unless you have like some absolutely horrendous rails on it, good enough to high win, that price difference gets you like percentages, maybe fractions of percentages, like single digit to fraction of percentage difference in print quality. Because I guarantee you, if I took 2 printers, you know, that Voron right there built with the rails LVO uses, and then I built this exact same machine but with high wind rails, and I printed 2 benchies side by side, and I held them up and went, which benchy was printed on the high wind? You probably wouldn't know. Oh no, I'm missing the straw. Where's the straw? Oh no. Oh no. Shoot. That ain't good. Dang it. So I've been using this for my lubricant for rails, the white lithium, but I don't know where the little straw went. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do I have a spare one? Nope. Nope. Oh no. Alexa, play the TikTok Oh No song. Dang it. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Oh well. So what I would do is, what you do is you take your carriage, you line it up for a hole on a hole, and then you just spray in your lube. So you just kind of. Now normally I use this stuff on the smaller rails because you use the little straw and it gets in the little M2 holes and whatever. This seems to work good enough. It's getting in there, let's be honest. See, I said Alexa because I don't have Alexa. I have a Google. There we go. This also has the added side effect of covering everything in the immediate area with a nice rust-preventing coat of grease. So none of these stainless steel parts will rust now on me. So that's good. White lithium? Yeah, it's white lithium. We're good. And then just wipe away the excess. Don't go crazy. You don't need to like, I've seen people grease up their rails and then wipe them down with like ISO to get rid of any residue of the grease. No, leave your rails wet, like not sopping wet, but you want like a thin film of something on them just to prevent rust. Normally it doesn't make that big of a mess, but I don't have a little straw for it right now. Okay. Actually. There we go. See, all the music you're hearing, Mitch, is royalty free. It's made specifically for streaming. It's Stream Beats, so it's all completely I don't get copyright notices or anything. It's great. Okay, so Z-top pulleys. Okay, so F nut, right hand, M4, or round head. Round head, the terminology, And then a flange nut. And then M310 with washer and then nut M3. Just go through this and see, okay. So it's M12 guide, linear guide, bolt, nut, washer. So I'm assuming washer's on the outside? Yeah, because it would be, yeah, it would be. So if we don't put these on. So we get a rail. M310s, which I've got the box of them. That just kind of goes there. Okay, I guess. Stream beats I should eat. Yeah, it's on Spotify. And Google, and you can just download all the songs if you really wanted to. But that's my go-to for stream music, and it works quite well. I like it. A few different genres. I'm to the blue shop towels. I'm out. I gotta buy more. I'm just out right now. Okay, that just kind of goes like that, I guess. And you do have to put the bottom plate in first, because as you can see, it sits over it, like the rails sit over it. So you could probably slide it in if you really wanted to, but. So we'll get these screws in, and then I'll look up and see what it says about aligning stuff. Oh man, I really wish I didn't drop all. Well, luckily all the M3 hardware I dropped in one spot, so it's not a big deal. And don't forget, if you haven't yet, every stream we give away a spool filament from Polymaker. So if you haven't entered for that contest yet, link in the description. Do that now. And then also, don't forget, tomorrow is the members stream. So every month we do a live stream for just YouTube members and Patreon supporters. It will be around noon EST tomorrow. So if you want to tune in for that, consider becoming a member or Patreon supporter. Or hey, you might luck out and somebody might gift you a sub if you're lucky. Because I don't think you can gift subs for people directly. I think it's random still. I don't know if YouTube rolled out the if you could target anyone with a gifted yet. Because if they can, then it's easy. Then I can roll that into like giveaways and stuff and contests. And then what else? What else? Oh, the contest. Every month we do a contest on the Discord. You have until next week to enter for that. Okay, you know what? All these baggies, you're full of stuff, you're garbage. So these sit in slotted holes. So you should be able to line it up later. We'll see. I'm just following the thing. Troy J gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Oh, and also, if you stream on YouTube, okay, make sure you follow my channel or subscribe to my channel, and also subscribe to everyone else who streams on YouTube. Because if you both follow each other on your account and you have it enabled, you can raid each other. So like when your stream ends, you can kick all your followers to somebody else. So make sure you're doing that. I got 2 different size screws in here. Shit. Which ones are the M3 10s? That's M3 8. Okay. Gifted memberships are based on level of participation. No. You do have to participate to get one though. So it's not like the one who talks the most gets it. But if you're in my chat right now and you're just a lurker and you don't participate at all, the odds of you getting a gifted membership are much lower than somebody who does. And as far as I'm aware, it's not how much you participate. It's just a participate yes or no flag. So if you're currently in my chat and you don't talk, say hi. It'll increase your odds. And it won't hurt to let us know who you are. And also helps my engagement numbers. No. John, 1999, cheers. Thanks for the content. Very helpful on building a kit. Just finishing up a 2.4 300. Nice. Hey, everyone says hi now. See how friendly we all are? Engagement, exactly. PF Dennis gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Like, I'll be honest, I'm just trying to get more people to be members, so tomorrow on the live stream when I'm faffing about with like beta FPV trying to figure out, or beta flight, trying to figure out how to get my quad to not, you know, slice my hand open, I'm just gonna have more people to ask for questions and help. I mean, let's be honest, that's the whole reason I stream, is just so I'm not, you know, talking to myself in the basement and I have people to help me out when I goof. M4s, M4 10s, and M4 flange nuts. M4 flange nuts. A little fuzzy floating around the room. You talk to yourself in the basement anyway, so why not get paid for it? Exactly! Is my overlay bugging out? I think my overlay is bugging out. There we go. Wingman, thank you for upgrading your membership. I saw that. Popped up while I was resetting it. Okay, so. Hello from Poland. Hello from Canada. Can hear the little guy running around upstairs. Is ABS too dense, heavy for respectful? ABS is lighter than PLA. ABS is less dense than PLA, but it's not as stiff as PLA. So I'm just getting into fiddling around with FPV stuff, okay? Because I've had a quad for years, I've just never actually flown it. So we're doing that now. So I've never built a quad. The one I have is store-bought. I've never printed a quad. I would like to in the future do one of, I'm thinking one of the 18650 builds. I'm thinking something like a glass-filled PETG or carbon fiber PETG or nylon. Bought a SV06 watching your vid. Nice. So far, it's been printing fine. It's budget Prusa. That's pretty much what I can say. Like, I printed this baby Groot on it. This was printed using Prusa Slicer, literally Prusa settings. Focus. Focus on focus. There we go. So yeah, this was printed using Prusa Slicer with literally the profile for Prusa Mark III, just the bed size changed. And the retractions changed to 0.5 millimeter, I believe. Yeah, 0.5. Mitch, thank you for becoming a member. Okay, so on this one, ooh, another heat set. Okay, so on the back here, let's take a looky-loo. So that sits there, okay. So you're gonna go here. And I think my, like, why is there metal dust? And it's like, oh yeah, we drilled some holes there, or tapped some holes the other day on this thing. Printing my Voron parts from ASA. No, you're fine. ASA is fine. That hole's not big enough. This hole's not big enough. And I don't think the other one is too. Yeah, that hole's not big enough. That hole ain't big enough for the two of us. Okay, let me take the back panel off. It's all nuts. I don't have a one small enough for that. Shoot. One of these small enough? Is that small enough? I'm trying to remember what I used though. Nope. Nope. Oh, I got an M3 tap. Okay. That works. Wingman 25, thanks for making the assembly process of my Voron printers less daunting for all of us. Assembled both my 2.4s while watching your streams. Awesome. Good to hear. That's why I do the tutorials. So this is the downside. If you try to take any screws off, you gotta everything nuts. Nothing on the frame is tapped, right? So it's all nuts. So if you want to take off your panels, for example, you've got to hold the nut. And now I've got M3 nuts everywhere. And this is ACM, by the way, if you're curious. Okay. Nick, thank you for becoming a member. So as for fixing that, I'll either do that off stream or when we get back to putting it back on, because I don't think we actually need it on. I just put it on because the manual said to put it on at some point. So I put it on. Okay. All I smell is nail polish now. Why do I smell nail polish? Okay, so I've got 2 sets of holes here. There's 2 sets, and then there's one lone one at the bottom. Donald, thank you for becoming a member. So I'm assuming the bottom one is Canon. Yeah, bottom one's Canon. Okay. And I'm not tightening any of these yet, because nothing's aligned. So everything's gotta free float for a bit. Nope, wrong size screw. See, this is the part right now where I'm like, either I've been streaming for 2 hours or I've been streaming for an hour. And I don't want to look yet because I'm starving. It's been an hour and a half. Cool. Split the difference. I'll take it. Der Backsteinbacker likes beer. That is good to know. I like beer too. This has closed loop for the XY motors. I believe so, yes. It's got the, for the Z, you got NEMA 8s that are geared, though. Okay, so we've got our idlers on. Got those on. So I can take the little stoppers out now. Actually, yeah, that'll... Yeah, take the stoppers out. Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right, take all the little stoppers out. Put them there for now, just in case. Okay. So we got all our idlers on. There we go. Okay, so we got that, M12Cs, got that, got that, got that. 2 holes were missed in this position. Those are for the beta units, so we got that in. That's good there. Those are there. Should I be mounting? I don't see why I can't mount those now. Actually, no, I can't mount those because, actually I could mount these now. Those go there, right? but I don't have the right size screws, so I'm gonna need different screws for that. I have to swap those out. Okay, so we'll carry on, I guess. Actions, refer ACM panel. Well, okay, now I'm putting the ACM panel on, but I don't want to put the ACM panel on because the holes aren't the right size. So we'll put the ACM panel on later. Okay, use hand tools only. An electric tool will break the slot easily. Okay, so I got to put some M3 nuts into the Z stepper parts. Okie dokie. I could do that. So again, everything here is printed in Polymaker Army Green. If you're asking about the print volume, it's 200 on this. Slightly too big. I sure the Windows notification noise. I got one here, it doesn't want to go in. Why don't you want to go in? There we go. One, two. One, two. Oh man. Heat sets are so nice, guys. I miss heat sets. Do you miss heat sets? I miss heat sets. Army green because it's a tank. Well, this isn't the tank though. This is the cube. Definitely missed heat sets when building my rat rig. Yep. How much did I pay for the stone? Well, this isn't stone. This is laminate. This is just the cheap laminate. But what you do is you go to a countertop store, like a place that makes countertops, and you ask if you can buy an offcut. Because, you know, when they cut the sink out, there's like a chunk left over. Usually they throw that in a pile in the back, and if you're lucky, you can get it for cheap. You can even get it for free. Always offer to pay. Offer to be like, hey, I'm looking to buy an offcut of quartz. Try and get quartz versus granite. Granite sucks up oils, quartz does not. So try and get a quartz offcut. Just be like, hey, I'm looking for like a scrap of quartz about yay big by yay big or however big, and then just go see what they had. I paid like 20 bucks for mine, and it's like this big by about that big. And it's big enough to build like pretty much any printer frame that you're going to be building at home, unless you're building like some 500 millimeter monstrosity thing. It's fine. Okay, so nuts M3. Okay. Make sure the nuts are pressing deeply enough by testing the thread. Yeah, we're not going to test, but there you go. So that's how our motors mount. so we're mounting the motors in. Okay, I guess that's, there's a shaft on there. Okay. So 2 GT pulley, 6mm bore. Okay, I guess we're putting the Z motors in, which are these guys. So these are NEMA 8s, but they're geared. They got built-in gearing on them. And the wires are all potted in, so. And 2 GT 16 tooth 6mm. Okay, so some of these are 5mm bore and some are 6. These are 6. Wanted a minimum of 175 for any scrap. Rod, find a different one because they're trying to screw you. Because here's the thing, you have to understand, and a lot of this, like I have a local, because there's a lot of tool shops in town. There's a metal supply place in town, and I've bought from them before, okay? But you got to be very careful about approaching some businesses because a lot of them give you what's called basically a fuck off price, where it's like we deal with much bigger numbers than what you're dealing with. We don't even have a payment system for selling over the counter. We just don't want to deal with it. So we're just going to quote you an exceedingly high price because we just don't want to deal with it. So depending on what you're looking for and where, that 175 sounds like a fuck off price. So yeah. Oh wow, these are hard to turn. Okay, so these just look like they just go on. I don't see anything about mounting location, so I'm just gonna mount them on and call it a day. Wow, there's a lot of torque in that. What's in the background? I got music playing in the background. Do I know the specs on these motors? Yeah, they're 28XGJ-20 Sumtor motors. 1.8 degrees, 0.6 amp. They're NEMA 8s and they're geared. Like the motor is this part, and then this part up here is a gearbox. So they're geared. They got like just spinning it by hand. They got some torque. They're torquey little things. Like it's the Z. Let's be honest, you're not going fast in the Z anyways. They're designed not to move unless commanded. Well, they'll move. Like, they'll move. But you're not gonna have the gantry drop like if you had an ungeared NEMA 8. Let's be honest. Okay, so I don't know which way the wires are supposed to go. I don't think it really matters too much. I'm gonna put you this way. We're gonna do all these at once and try. And what holds them in? So they're held in with the screws. Okay. So what size screws we got here? And 310s. Okay. So I'm assuming wires in, because wire, yeah, you don't want wires out. So wires in. And then that just goes over that. And this just goes in like that. Actually, I'm just gonna flip this right over. There. Huzzah! Pivot. There we go. Look at this. Look like a good alternative to the servos. Okay, so the Death Racer doesn't use servos. It uses brushed motors. So they're not servos. You don't want, you wouldn't want servos on the Death Racer. Like, they serve no purpose. But I am kind of toying with the idea of building a tank now, after taking apart the Death Racer and seeing what parts have failed after beating on it. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. So that is in. I'm not really gonna do it in tight for now, because we can move it later to adjust it. So I'll just make sure I don't move. There we go. Ivan Miranda style tank. I don't have room for that. But I'm thinking a little FPV tank. Because I found out you could buy just like all-in-one FPV transmitters. Like camera transmitters for like 30 bucks on Amazon. And all you gotta do is feed them like some power. And that's it. Shoot paintballs. Actually, I do have a paintball gun. I do have a paintball gun. I forgot I do. It's been in the garage for like a decade, but I do have a paintball gun. So, what's the one everyone has? Tipman 98 Custom. Completely stock. Because it was here when we bought the house. And it's just been out there. I'm toying with the idea of making a RAM Mark III, but I lack the cats. I don't know what a RAM Mark I, Mark II, or what the RAM even is, so cool. I'm assuming that's a 3D printed tank of some sort. Ram is a male sheep. Really now? I thought it was just a really crappy truck that people paid way too much for once they got their first real job and went into massive amounts of debt for no reason. And then it rusted away before they paid it off on their 9-year payment plan. That's what it is, right? Yeah, move that motor forward. Actually, I don't think it really matters. Okay, there we go. So just so I don't accidentally damage any of these wires, because you'd be surprised how often I've like almost or gotten pretty close to like damaging wires on a printer because I just, you know, they're just hanging on their bottom and you're working on stuff and you flip the printer over and you like pinch it on something. So just take those down for now. There we go. Okay. So we'll put those in. Canadian tank that's heavily inspired by a Sherman. Oh, okay. I couldn't even get, dude, I want a Ford Maverick, but like, you can't get them. I'm pretty sure, from what I understand, the 2023 production year for Canada is already sold out. Ford, hey, we're gonna make a small, cheap, fuel-efficient truck that, you know, most people don't need a truck, but those that drive a truck don't need a truck. So we'll make a small, cheap truck that you can still fit, you know, 5 people comfortably, and it's got a small truck bed for those that, you know, need a truck for little inner city stuff, and it's gonna be cheap. Awesome. How many can you make? Like none. We're gonna make none. You know, demand will be through the roof. We'll just not make them. Okay. So we've got that. Bed, brackets, and Z belt. Okay, assemble in the order below. Bed bracket to linear block. Z belt, L-shaped belt clamp base. Belt clamp, L-shaped belt clamp base. L-shaped belt clamp base to bed bracket. Printed bed mount, STL here. Did I print that? Yes, I have one. Do I need more than one? I have one. Because it said print one, so I printed one. So hopefully I only need one. So that goes there, that goes there, that goes through there. That clamps it there. That aligns it, and then that goes to there. Okay, use only on the left bed bracket. Okay, so I only need one. Good. Easy peasy. Lemony squeezy. Nobody can get chips. I don't know. There's Ford Broncos everywhere. Those are all over the lots. Like the Bronco, the Sport, or the Bronco, the Escape, and the Maverick all use the same platform. Like they're... I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. They're all the same car. Then put less chips in the cars. Make them simple again. That's why electric cars are so much. Hey, let's make an electric car. Are we gonna make it super cheap? No, we're gonna put everything in it that can break. Everything. Drive the price up. It's like, no. Just take a normal cheap car and put an electric motor and a battery in it. I don't need driverless driving and like a billion sensors, and just take your cheap car, put a battery in it. Done. Bring back carburetors. Let's not go that far. Let's not go that far. Manuals, no. One, we live in North America, Mitch. Nobody knows how to drive a manual. I've never driven a manual in my life. The Chevy Bolt or Volt. I'm pretty sure it's the Bolt, and it's 45,000 Canadian. Which, if you're looking for a cheap car, makes no sense. Because why would you buy the cheapest electric vehicle when you could buy 2 of a similar car that's an ICE engine for the same price? And then also gas for like 10 years. Modern automatics. Yeah, because they got like 8 gears or more. The only people who drive manuals are Europeans and those that will let you know they drive a manual. Was it 97% of all vehicles or something like that in North America are automatics? Driving a manual in North America is the equivalent of doing CrossFit. How do you know they do it? They'll let you know. I drive a motorcycle anyways. You're brave. I would love to drive a motorcycle. I would love to. I work from home. Any commute I do is short. Usually it's just me in the vehicle. I would love to drive a motorcycle. The problem is, I was an insurance broker for 3 years. No way am I getting on one of those things. Okay, M36. No way in hell am I getting on a motorcycle. Because here's the thing. I like to think I'd be pretty good at it, you know. But I'm not the one I'm worried about. I can hear the little guy upstairs, but I don't know what he's doing. Sold my bike after moving to Dallas. It's bad. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not. I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about everyone else. Okay, so if this is on its ground like that, so that goes like that. Hello? What are you doing in here? Hey? What are you doing in here? What?
Oh, upstairs.
Go upstairs. Why? Are you trying to get something that Mama won't let you do? Calvin? You want a bear paw?
Yeah.
Well, go get one.
Well, what is broken?
What's broken?
Robot is broken.
The robot is broken? Yeah, the robot is broken.
Now fix it.
I gotta fix it. I know I gotta fix it.
What? Why that is a cocket?
What?
That like it. That is
Yeah, the robot's broken.
that a cake robot?
Oh, don't step on that. No, don't step on the printer.
No, upstairs.
No, in a little bit. Dad, here, let Daddy finish, and then we'll be upstairs, okay?
Why not?
Oh, no, don't go in that room. Nope.
Why not?
That you can have.
Why not?
That's a bad print.
I wait here.
Yeah, go show Mama. Okay. Distractions. Okay, M36, 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 M38. Okay, so the only M36s I see are flatheads. Oh, wait, no. No, there we go. So, not these ones. So not these M36s. There are button heads. Somebody wanted something and Mama said no, so he's like, I'm gonna go get Daddy. So it's 4 o'clock. I'm assuming he's getting hungry. So we'll probably get the Z installed, and I think we'll, that might be a good point to call it, I think. Do you have opinions on printable or modular organization systems for hardware like Gridfinity? My opinion is I use acro bins for my screws and whatnot. I've got an acro bin, a 60 drawer acro bin container over there, and then everything else I just throw in a drawer. I need to get another toolbox though. I've got my one toolbox over there that's not really the best organized, and then I want to get one to put under here when I do the room reno stuff. I know some people really like the Gridfinities though, so I guess that one, I guess. Need a shelf for another row of printers. Oh, I know. I'm working on it. Just waiting to go on sale, basically. I found the one I'm getting. I'm just waiting for it to go on sale. But given the cost of filament, power, and time, it's worth it. I think I got mine. It wasn't that bad. Just wait for them to go on sale. They go on, everything goes on sale. Wait for Father's Day. Any type of filament dryer, or how do you fix, say, PLA breaks when you touch it? Well, I don't print a lot of PLA to begin with, but I do have a filament dryer. It is literally just a food dehydrator I bought at Crappy Tire that was on sale, and then I cut out the little rings in the middle, and it works good enough, although it only gets to 70°C, so like some of the really fancy nylons, it can't really dry them out properly, as I found out. But it, for, you know, trying out the odd spool of PLA or ABS or PETG, it's fine. But I'm lucky. Right now in my room, it's probably the most humid it's ever been in here because it's been raining a lot. And it's 37% humidity. Normally it's in the low 30s. Like a rock. That's what the oven's for. Oven is for food. My wife would kill me if I did that. So I tried it once and it stunk up the house. I can hear the little guy upstairs. He's not having a good time. I might be ending the stream a little earlier than expected today, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to be ending the stream early. What do you want, Calvin? For what? Why do you want me upstairs? Do you want dinner? Or are you hungry? Well, what do you want? What do you want?
I want chocolate.
You want chocolate?
Yeah.
That's not a valid reason.
Now you want chocolate. We get it.
Got a strip screw. Cross-thread it or something. How do you cross-thread an M3/6 screw? Okay. Yeah, some tubing. Calvin, what did you take? Okay, 2 of these aren't good. Hey, what do you have? Get back here. Hey! Get back here. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? What did you take? A piece of PTFE tubing. Okay. You can't have chocolate. You can't have chocolate. How about you go upstairs and behave, and then Daddy will be up in like 10 minutes. I think that's about time. Okay, I think we're gonna end it there. Let's do the giveaway. Here, you wanna help me with the giveaway, Calvin? Okay, so we're gonna end it there, because somebody wants chocolate, apparently. He doesn't want chocolate. He wants something else. He's just saying chocolate as an excuse, I think. Okay. You're making Daddy leave work early, Calvin? Okay, let's see. Copy all the names. Are you gonna help Daddy with the draw? You gonna help Daddy with the draw? Yeah? Okay.
What that old out?
That's the wheel.
Yeah, over there.
Yeah, it's a wheel over there. Okay. Okay, so come here. Come up. Can you tell Daddy what is your favorite number?
3.
3? Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Now, can you click this button? No, wrong button. Can you click that button right there? Push right there. Oh, look at it spin.
Don't get there.
Yeah, it's spinning.
Oh man.
Oh man. Why oh man? Oh, it stopped. Oh, who's that?
Mimo.
That's the winner. Who is that?
Dada.
No, that's not Dada. That's Tezza. Close.
That way.
Can you spell that?
D E D D A.
Zed.
Dad. That's
Zed.
Dad's.
That's Zed,
Dad's.
not Z. We don't do that in this house.
Dad's.
Zed. High five.
Dad's.
High five. All right. Say goodbye.
Bye bye.
Okay, you go upstairs. That'll be up in a minute.
That'll up.
Yep, in a minute. Daddy's got to say goodbye. Okay. Okay, congratulations, Tezza. You'll get an email from me after the stream ends, and I figure out what this guy wants. So we're going to end it there. So shout out to Polymaker for the filament that we'll give away every stream. Shout out to... Yeah, that'll be upstairs. Shout out to SecKit for providing this kit for this build series here. For those that donated to the stream, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. Cheers. And again, tomorrow, around noon Eastern, will be the Only Benchy Yacht Club stream for the month. So make sure, if you are a member of the channel or a Patreon supporter, check the Discord. I'll post the invite in there. Also, join the Discord if you haven't joined the Discord yet. So we're going to call it there. I'm going to go figure out what the little guy wants before he, like... Why do you have an Ender 3 filament bracket, Calvin? Okay, whatever. We're gonna call it there. Let me just make sure Tezza's a real person. Just verify before I close it out. Oh, you entered right at the end too. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna call it there. Goodbye. Bye. See you tomorrow.
No.
Calvin.
Wait. I will wait.
Yep. Okay, go upstairs. Okay, so Sparta 3D spools shatter if you drop them. We're gonna call it there. Goodbye.